What's up guys, in this video I'm going to teach you how to book a balloon twisting gig. How's it going guys? Welcome to the School of Balloons. My name is Joey and I'm so glad you're here. So we're all about helping you, the balloon twister, start and grow a profitable balloon twisting business. So like I said in the intro, this video is all about teaching you how to book your next balloon twisting gig. And if you're a face painter, juggler, or you do something else, this is going to be a great video for you as well. So we created this channel because we want to help you, give you all of the training, accountability, and also support that you deserve as a balloon twister. So if you want more good content like this, go ahead and subscribe below. Let's go ahead and get right into the video. All right, so step number one is simply just to write it down. And what do I mean by that? We'll have a pen in hand. Yes, an actual pen the next time you take a call when someone wants to book you for an event. It's really important to write those details down. And obviously you can use a laptop or go on your phone and write it down. I often will take parties with email or DM, but I do also do phone. So whatever you're doing, just make sure you're making notes when people reach out to you. All right guys, step number two, this is really important, is to ask the right questions. And I actually put together a free checklist for you, so it takes out all the work for you, it takes out the headache. And if you have these questions, you're gonna look professional and it's gonna save you a ton when you go to book that next gig. So go ahead and just click on the link below in the notes and you'll get that right away. So just a couple examples on there is you wanna get the time and the place, locations, and there's a few more in there that will really help you. And it's important to have that checklist on hand. I still need it when I book gigs. Even though I've done it a bunch of times, it's important to know, okay, make sure I get all those questions asked so I don't miss anything, because it's gonna save you a ton, believe me, when you get to that next gig, so you don't forget one little detail that's gonna just be a headache. So make sure you grab that before we move on to step number three. All right, step number three, this is also important. That's when you're conversing with the client or prospective client on the phone or even in DMs on email, is to repeat it back to them. So we even do this when someone emails us. They say, you know, this is where we wanna have it, all that kind of stuff, and we've asked those questions in our checklist, and then we just repeat back to them their answers. So you say, oh, so it's gonna be at such and such a place, at, you know, from 7:30 to 8:30, and you just want 1 hour of our time, and it's for little Jimmy, it's a birthday party, whatever it is, you want to make sure you repeat those back to them, because it's better to over communicate in these situations, and that's going to save you a ton of headache as well. All right, so step number four is very important, and that's you should grab a deposit from that person. So whoever is wanting you to get there for the event, whether you're doing balloon twisting or face painting or some other service for them, you want to grab a deposit so you can schedule it into the calendar. I like doing this for a couple reasons. One is if they do back out at some point down the road, you've been paid for your time in booking that, and also you're carving out a slot on your calendar, which means you're going to say no to other people. I've had that happen quite a few times. You know, I'll put it in July 17th in the evening, you know, and if I'm driving somewhere and then someone else calls me a couple weeks later or emails me and wants the same exact time slot in that evening, I have to say no, because someone paid me a deposit. But if they didn't pay you the deposit, and then they back out, you're not going to get anything for it. So grab a deposit, it's really helpful. It's also really helpful too for them to be putting money in, because they're not going to want to back out. If they paid a little bit, and you can do whatever you want. We just charge $50, even if it's a $100 party or a $500 party. That's what we like to do. You can do a certain percentage. That way you have something that they've invested, and it's going to be really helpful for both you, because your time is valuable, and also for the person that you are getting hired for the event for. All right, so step number five is to write it down on your calendar. What I like to do is to do it right away, right when I'm talking with them on the phone, or I'm emailing or corresponding on DMs, is just have everything written out, all the answers to the questions you've asked, all the deposit information, what the balance is going to be, when you are going to get paid next for that balance, and you can set that up however you want. We always get the remaining balance for the event on the day of the party or the day of the event right there from them, and you can set it up automatically, or you can get paid by cash or check or whatever you want to do. But the important thing in this step is to write it down on your calendar. And I highly recommend that you do it in two places. I like to actually write it down on a physical paper calendar. That way I know it's right there in front of me. I can just check that every weekend or just periodically throughout the week as I have gigs coming up. And then I also like to put it on iCalendar or whatever calendar you have on like your phone. So it's really helpful to put it in those two places just in case you lose it, because there's been times I'll write it down and I totally misplaced where I wrote it. I'll write it down on a piece of paper somewhere, and then I just forgot where I put that paper, or it's just like on a scrap piece of paper somewhere. It's important to make sure you transfer that over if that's what you did, but make sure you write it down in the calendar in those two places. It's going to be really helpful for you. All right, so those are the 5 steps. And lastly, I just want to ask you, I'm sure you guys have a ton of great ideas, and if you want to share that with myself and also all the other people listening and watching this video, if you have anything that you want to add to it, any tips that you have in booking your gig, go ahead and make those comments below just for people to see. It'd be really helpful. All right, guys, one more time, I just want to say go ahead and subscribe to this if you're loving the content here. And if you want more information on how to be a professional balloon twister and how to start and grow a profitable balloon twisting business. So I will see you next time in the next video. Thanks so much for stopping by.